cherish my family albums. And yet, there are sacred memories that I have. Sacred memories that won't be found in the pages of a photo album. Because they've been captured in my soul and stamped upon my heart. And in the sacred moments, nobody seemed to have had a camera or cared to be clicking away. And I know that the sacred memories that I have, and I believe the sacred memories that you have, help to define the legacy of faith and unity, the heritage of love and community that draws us all closer to God. So let me share one of my sacred memories with you. We used to spend a lot of time down in the country at my grandmother's house. Now, my grandmother had 14 children, and there were about 45 of us grandkids. It's a big family. So on any hot summer day, hot southern summer day, when we would pull up to Grandma's house, and she lived about, maybe 25, 30 minutes from us, we could expect to meet somebody there. There was going to be a family member there. Somebody was going to be there. And, we pull up, and Uncle Gilbert, he might have been cutting grass, and he'd wave at us from the moor. Uncle Ross, well, maybe he's under the house fixing something. Aunts are in the kitchen snapping beans. And your cousins, your age, well, they're in the backyard. And that's where I would run to play at Grandma's house with my relatives. And we would play and fuss with each other and not get along and go back in the house and tell on each other and do all the kinds of things that kids do. And it was on these hot southern summer days where it was nothing, it was typical for a storm cloud to come up. It seemed like out of nowhere. And these storm clouds didn't descend upon you like a California earthquake. They begin way off in the distance. We might be jumping rope with a used water hose or playing jackstones when we begin to hear the grumble of nature in the distance. We'd keep playing. Then about 20 minutes later, it would get a little louder and closer. We'd look up and somebody would say, "Oh, looks like something's coming down from Charlotte." Or another cousin would say, "No, that's coming up from Atlanta." And then it would get a little closer, and the clouds would smother the sun. And then our Uncle Gilbert would ride that mower into the shed and turn the engine off. And right before the first heavy drops of rain would fall upon us, my grandmother would come out on the porch and say, "It's time to gather in, y'all. Before the storm comes. Come on in now. We gotta gather in for now, but in a little while, you'll be able to see a rainbow. But come on in, come on in." Now, at my grandmother's house, gathering in meant we would sit in the middle family room. Gathering in meant we would be quiet, and we would listen for the voice of God and the steady beating of rain on the roof, thunder clapping its hands as if it commanded lightning to spark jaggedly across a dark gray sky. You better stay quiet while God's doing God's work. Gathering in meant no soap operas, no Gilligan's Island, no Brady Bunch, no 8-track tapes, no sunroof, driving in a limousine, whatever that song says. Sunroof top, digging the scene with the guy, none of that. Gathering in meant reverence before God. Gathering in meant being unified in the love of Christ. Gathering in meant reflecting upon the Lord, and if you need to get your soul straight, now's a pretty good time to do it.